Hi guys, this is Mary. Yes, that's a bowl of tomatoes you're looking at. My husband just brought them in from his garden, and even though it's still in the upper 80s, he wants chili. So since he grew these beautiful tomatoes and brought them in, I'm going to go ahead and make him some chili. And you guys asked me last winter for my chili recipe. It's very simple. We're just simple people and we eat simple food. And I do like to cook, but I don't do anything fancy, so I'm just going to share my simple little chili recipe with you. We do, however, like it with these tomatoes that he grows, and what we don't eat through the summer, I freeze. And I'll take these and wash them and remove the stems, and I plunge them in boiling water and then into cold water, and the skins come right off. And because we don't like big chunks of tomato in our chili, then I'll go ahead and put them in the blender, and it gives us a nice smooth sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and get these tomatoes ready, and then we'll start putting our chili together. Be right back. Now I just used these few ingredients for chili. I just have a can of regular chili beans, and this does have a little bit of chili seasoning in it. I use ground cumin, beef bouillon, chili powder, and I used minced onion. We like fresh onion, but because there's only 2 of us at home now, we don't eat it very fast and it spoils, so I usually just use some minced onion, and then I use some salt, and then of course the tomatoes from the garden. I've browned some lean ground beef, and to that I'm going to put 1.5 teaspoons of cumin. You can add more if you like more of the cumin flavor. I really like it. It kind of mellows out the chili, I think. 1.5 teaspoons of chili powder, and of course you can always add more because some people like it hotter than others. There is a little bit in the chili beans. And I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of beef bouillon and 2 teaspoons of minced dried onion, and we're going to stir all that up. I like to do this before I add my liquid so you don't get clumps of seasoning, because the ground beef is hot. I have turned off the heat for this, but it just spreads your seasoning all through there, and you don't get big clumps like you do when you add everything all at one time. And I'm probably just going to add like 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and then I'll put in my chili beans. Okay, I've got my salt in, and now I'm going to put in my can of chili beans in chili sauce. And when I get all this mixed up, then we'll put in our tomatoes from the garden. A few more beans in there. Don't want to forget any. I've got the beans in, and now I'm going to add in about 5 cups of the garden tomatoes that I've put through the blender. And we'll go ahead and get this all stirred up. Now, depending on the acidity of the tomatoes, you may want to add about 1 tablespoon of sugar. I do that sometimes, just to cut the acidity, and that'll just take that sharp edge away. But we're going to go ahead and let this simmer. You can simmer it in your crock pot all day so it's ready when you come home from work, or you can just leave it on the stove and simmer it for 30 minutes. Just the longer you simmer it, the better it is. But while this is simmering, I'm going to go ahead and make some Mexican cornbread and get that in the oven. We'll go ahead and put a lid on this, and in just a little while we're going to have some chili. Okay guys, come and get it. Chili's on. I don't know about you guys, but I like to put some cheese on top of mine, and sometimes I like to put Doritos in it instead of the cornbread. Any way you like to fix it, chili's great. Even in the hot summertime we eat chili. And I just wanted to share my simple, quick recipe with you guys today. It's just a family recipe. I've been making it this way since I've been married. But thanks so much for coming by today, guys, and Next time I'm going to make some pulled pork. So see you then. Bye guys.